Hey everyone, Son of Beast here, and if you all join us for the NBA playoffs, we are about to start the first look of the first two in the Eastern and Western Conference in Game 1. As we start the second round, there'll be an advancement to head to the conference finals. Let's find out and see who will move on to the final two of the Eastern and Western Conference finals of the championship game before the finals. Let's get started. Enjoy!
Hey everybody, it's Tyler Beast on Woods Bernie here. We made it to the first round, but there's a lot much game going on. There's only one game left remaining in the first round, as it's the Nuggets and the Clippers, as they will be playing things again here with only one game by tomorrow. And for the finish of it, the winning team will face against the OKC Thunders. But this time, we're changing it up a bit to do the first look in the second round for both teams between the Eastern and Western Conference. We've got the Knicks, and they're rematching again against the Boston Celtics. You remember the last postseason that they just couldn't win? But now this postseason, the Knicks for real beats out the defending champion of the Boston Celtics. It was so difficult that they weren't able to happen right away. And I can't tell you now, they definitely knocked it off. Well, let's see what happens with this one on 2K Sports, because this might be a big yes or a stunning no. We may never know what will change it up. And as for this point, this will be another rematch, as you may have recalled this one for the regular season. This could be another rival between the Knicks and the Celtics, because they were both in the tri-state almost entirely, but not for really that long. It was determining for the New York Knicks as they play against the Nets for the New York Showdown. But most likely, the Eastern Conference division in the Eastern of the Atlantic Division was not really like the big deal to put things on right away. And for that, there could be only the big changing difference here. And for this time, I have one of our biggest, and with that, so there might be only one that's going to be bringing us onto the game. With that one being said, I have a special guest that will be here with us. It's Clover. Yeah, that being said, Clover, what do you think about this one? Do you think this will be a win?
Well, stunningly, I will always have to see this one. And probably by that game, it's going to be like, well, here we are again. Let's hope there is a great lucky win. I'm betting on that.
And for this point, the head coach's eye is Tom Thibodeau and the others for the Boston Celtics, Joe Mazzulla. Here are the starting groups: Jalen Brunson, Miguel Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and the cat of Karl Anthony Towns.
And now for Celtics, we have a Stuart Holiday, Derek White, JB, also known as Jaylen Brown, JT, Jason Tatum, and KP, Kristaps Porzingis. These are the starting lineups for both teams. Let's send you down to TD Garden.
Standing by, I have is one of our biggest legendary commentators, Kevin Arden. He's also along with Greg Anthony. And joining us here will be David Aldridge for the first game in round 2. This time we're changing it up differently, as we're doing best of 3 due to the longer stance. We'll see what happens with the third game, and then for the Eastern Conference Finals, we'll get started off with best of 4 to get in terms to best of 7 with 4 games of the win.
Are you ready for a second round? It's about that time, and we are going to make it happen.
Let's do this. Knicks, Celtics. Second round starts here on 2K Sports.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA playoffs. Coming up next, the Celtics taking on the Knicks. For Boston, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor, continuing to build their chemistry and connection, the unspoken bond that yields victory. Knicks, Celtics on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in NBA2k Sports for this NBA presentation. Harlan with me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. On the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. So the New York starting five. Josh Hart out there at Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the one for the Celtics. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the one spot. And a pair of major players in the Eastern Conference standings stand.
Yeah, Kevin, this could be a potential playoff matchup. So this is a big test to see how these teams match up against each other, not just in terms of personnel, but in terms of their style and their scheme.
Now, here's Brown. Tatum, no good. Anunoby against Tatum. Towns trying to get over.
OG Anunoby.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight. Yeah, it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Hard against Tatum. On the wing, Holiday.
Holiday for three!
Not. He's ready to take those quick shots.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Outside, Towns. We play just over a minute here in the first. Bridges misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down. He is that open.
Here's Brown. Gets rebounded by New York. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to visit with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
And they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting rates ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. Will try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Now here's Brunson. After the miss from Derek White. Brown with it. Outside Tatum. Another shot. And that's
Jason Tatum!
The inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
And here's Brunson. Outside Towns. Off target from three-point range. And you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Now, here's Bridges. After the miss from Derek White.
Miguel Bridges.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket and close.
White the pass to Holiday. The rejection by Town. Here's White. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. They trail by one. Here's Bridges. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one. And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Drew Holiday!
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Towns go up. Celtics leading by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Holiday against Brunson. Holiday dishes to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Here's White. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Knicks trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Austin's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Brown outside. Tatum on the wing. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by New York.
And he didn't punish them for the
weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue this on.
Josh Hart. Oh, this is good by Jalen Brunson.
Hands on time.
Here's Holiday following the score by New York. No good on that one. Towns with an offensive effort, and now the Knicks on the break. Here's Hart with the second effort, rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Hart against Brown. Outside, White. Up top, Porzingis. No good from outside.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Brunson finds Towns. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Celtics with the lead. It's to Holiday. Outside, White. Brown, the pass to Holiday. Shot.
Holiday for three!
The range of Holiday if you're the D.
Time out, New York.
One of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a three-time teammate of the year award winner. He's also a sportsmanship award winner. He is a pros pro.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. In break, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jalen eligible for the Supermax signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Robinson's checked in for Towns. Achua comes in for Josh Hart. Miles McBride's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Payne, and there's the pass to McBride. Anunoby, right side.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
2 minutes and shot opportunity. And finished off by
Mitchell Robinson.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Hauser misses. New York has gone 0-2 from deep here. High, arcing shot. Payne can't hit.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
It's Brown on the wing. Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Pritchard. It's rebounded by Anunoby. New York trailing. 1:06 left to play here in the first. Boston's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Here's Brown.
Jaylen Brown!
He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Here's McBride. Still scoreless. Pass to Achua. Passes it to Robinson. Rebound Boston.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Pass to Pritchard. And stolen by Payne. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Here's McBride. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Brown. He takes it in. He dishes it to Horford. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
That's the end of the first quarter. Your Boston Celtics 12 and the New York Knicks 8.
We've got more in store for you right after this. you're just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And the Knicks with possession here. 4-point game. They've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with Tatum. Then it's Holiday. And it's Pritchard.
Jalen Brunson.
That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Here's Tatum. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. The pass to Craig. Launches a three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And he gets
Celtics foul. Jason Tatum. His first personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for New York. Miguel Bridges. On the line, 2 shots.
And there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And he makes the first. Zingas, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Subbing in for the Boston Celtics, number 8, Kristaps Porzingis.
That one drops. He ties it up. The Celtics shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin.
Dave Pritchard.
Player.
No Kristaps Porzingis.
The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft and keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Celtics foul. Dave Pritchard. His first personal foul. Second team foul.
Into the coverage to get the ball.
Shooting for New York. Jalen Brunson. 2 shots.
What he's been able to do at the free throw line, 82% more than acceptable.
First free throw is good. Celtics making a switch here. White's checked in.
Subbing back in on the court, number 9, Derek White.
And both free throws good for Brunson. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an
Offensive foul on the Celtics. Coach Kristaps Porzingis.
Hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now here's Brunson. Now Hart. Happy to see
Josh
Joe
Hart.
Second make in 5 attempts.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Holiday against Brunson. Holiday left side. Over in the corner, White. 6 on the shot clock.
Fouls on New York. Josh Hart. His first personal foul. First team
To
foul.
boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin.
The line for the Celtics. Derek White had a line for 2 shots.
Hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
And that one falls for White.
I have a lot of feeling with Derek White. I mean, he's really like playing all of his curriculum. It's a smooth transition and he is doing everything, especially what he does for training before game time.
And both free throws good for White.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Brunson kicks to Achua. Nice D from Porzingis.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Now here's White. Fires the 3. And there's a foul.
Boston foul. Dwayne Grant.
First foul of the game.
His first personal
You
foul.
have a scorer
Second
as
team
skilled
foul.
as he is. You do everything you
Now count to 3 for Derek White.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bridges against White. Bridges misses. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 3-point lead. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Brunson, and he's fouled.
Celtic foul.
On that shot.
Drew Holiday.
To pick up the points at the
His first personal foul. Third team foul.
With talent. Are there any players
Shooting for New York. Jalen Brunson
in the conversation?
had a line for 2 shots.
I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
And he sinks the second. Boston's gone 1-2 on 3 corners here in the second quarter so far. Here's Tatum. Some solid defense from Hart. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. No good on that one. White with the defensive effort. The Celtics with the lead. In the corner. Tatum with it. Passes it to Holiday. Pass to Craig. Shot clock at 5. Here's Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Knicks shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Bridges. Here's Achua. Uses the glass.
Precious Achua.
Achua's got it all tied up now for New York.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
A 3 from Tatum. Tatum with another miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want to force things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now here's White. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Shoots over Bridges. No good off the back of the rim. For New York, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Unloads from 13. And it's Brunson missing. Brunson's gone 1 of 4 so far. Feeds it to Tatum.
Jason Tatum! From Derek White. Timeout, New York.
The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
This has been a crazy one afterwards. This first half is not going to keep it straight up here, but it looks like that the Celtics might want to get this lead straight so they can end off the first half or not knocking into the Knicks. But it's a close game afterward. Yes, indeed. It is a close game, and I'm thinking it could be anybody that can go for the win. Coming up will be the halftime report as we have Ernie Johnson along with the big fella of Shaq and Kenny the Jet Smith here for us here for our halftime show. You'll be seeing those things in just a couple of seconds here in just a minute. And then after that, you're going to be heading on to the next part of the game as you'll be seeing things in the second half if somebody wins for this one with a big lead. And this second round is going to be a tight one. Yep, the 8-man never run away. And I feel like big tightness motion. It's going to be everybody. Halftime show's coming up right after this. Back to Kevin.
Both teams decide to change it up. New York trailing. Here's McBride. Still yet to score. Robinson passes to Brunson. Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
Finds his opening.
Assisted
Making the
Mitchell Robinson.
hopeless. Brunson so clever with his ball handling.
Brown drives in. The rebound by McBride. The Knicks have gone 4-10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Hart. Count the bucket.
Josh Hart.
Placed assist. Hart's got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks. Austin's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. White with it. 5 points in the game. And
Derek White.
Idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there.
Anunoby.
Gotta communicate.
Assisted.
That screen.
Jalen Brunson.
Incredible timing on that alley-oop.
He absolutely
2 minutes remaining in first half. 2 minutes.
Now here's Brown, defended by McBride. The pass to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Brown. Here's Cornette. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Hart's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Down low. Out to Brunson. Back to McBride. Driving the lane. It's tipped. 1:15 left here in the second. White.
Derek White.
White's got the game tied.
Timeout on the board.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack.
Checking in for the Knicks, number 1.
Cameron Payne's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Like Drew Holiday said, small and big. You have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and can start on other teams. And you have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Second chance effort. And
Blue Cornet.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives the coach crazy to concede second chance point.
Payne takes to Anunoby. Out to the right wing. Pass to Hart. Anunoby with it. Here's the three. Good on
OG
the 3-point shot.
Anunoby for three.
7 points.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Jalen Brown!
By 1. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a
Celtic foul. Foul forfeit. That's first personal foul. 14 foul.
7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
On the line to New York. OG
on the season. One of their
Taking
best
2 shots. Well, it's been a bitter end here, and looks like that happens with Jalen Brunson. He's finished. Yeah, it's been disappointing afterward. I mean, this is not how it's going to change it happen, but this is really what they all expect.
Close game. If this could be a lead, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. It's back-to-back switch.
That's good from Anunoby.
Substitution for the Celtics, number 11, Peyton Pritchard.
All free throws good from Anunoby. 9 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Down low, and he puts
Jalen Brown!
nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys.
And that's going to conclude the first half. Your Boston Celtics, 31, and New York Knicks, 30.
With 9 points in the quarter, the D is having all sorts of problems with them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Here with Coach Tibbs. You're hanging in there. What's the key to get control of this game?
We got to get some stops. That's the big thing. We fell behind to start the game. Starting to work our way back. And we got to keep it going. But we got to get stops so we get out and run.
Never surprised that defense is first in Coach's mind. Back to you guys.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what did you see out there?
This is what the home fan loves to see. Their squad coming out and putting together strong performance. We'll see a couple individuals stand out. What really stand out is how hard they work and how they're playing together.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
It's been tough sledding for them. Reminds me of my free throw percentage, under 35. They need better execution if they want to create high-quality looks. It's going to take a team effort. We'll see if they're up to it.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel. Joel, what up?
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. They've got Cameron Payne. Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the 2 spot.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play he just lost focus.
Holiday up top. Payne covering. Right inside. He's against
rebounds. New York
Defense
ball.
will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
New York trailing, and Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Now, here's Brown. OG Anunoby unable to get his last shot to go. Can't hit from 12. And so it's Payne with it. They'll bring it up to the New York Knicks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Anunoby against Brown. 5 on the clock. Anunoby, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Derek White.
On that one, his athletic ability is off the charts.
Payne with it. Brown's there. Payne passes to Bridges. Payne kicks to Hart. And stolen by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And the rejection by Towns.
A firm denial by Towns, knocking it away with that tremendous length.
Payne can't hit. Boston leading by 3. Brown the pass to Tatum. Shoots in deep.
Jason Tatum!
An assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Payne. Softly touched in the
Payne.
foot.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Outside Tatum. Three-pointer.
Guaranteed for 3!
Because he
Timeout, New York.
New York calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan, making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, right? This timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you've got to be hydrated.
It is a lot of rehydration afterwards. I mean, how about that? JT downtown for 3. I was not even sure I was going to make it in. Well, I guess so. I mean, it just made it in.
That's why I love the Tatum. The guys are getting that smarter, and then when they changed ultimately, I was hoping that this would be a fun matchup to get this thing started. You know, I never experienced feeling like this was going to be good. And like they were not, they would be playing like that. Well, now you know. You change the plans. Everybody does have a smart plan. What a great three, Tatum.
We'll see what happens with the New York Knicks if they get back in there. Now we go back to Kevin Harlan.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And a switcher also for New York. Achua's checked in. Knicks trail by 6. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA.
Derek White!
Reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Now, here's Anunoby. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Holiday with it. Beyond Payne. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by Achua. Knicks trail by 8. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Holiday kicks to Tatum. Outside Holiday. Outside Porzingis. Craig against Anunoby. Craig can't get it to go. The Knicks shooting 28%. A rocky performance for them offensively. Bridges misses.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one you'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Now the Knicks with it. Trailing here by 8. Here's Towns.
Carl Anthony Towns. Assisted. Cameron Payne.
Was not messing around.
So the
Timeout. Celtics.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Well, this is what happens now when your Knicks are starting to battle it in. They just gotta find it. They gotta find the answer to get it in there.
Well, I wasn't sure about that. I'm just happy enough to make that count. I must notice, this might have been a change out to anything. It can be very difficult to. But hey, let's get this fact. If they play for real, I will be happy to see them do things again. It wasn't easy at all. But let me see what happens if there is anything that can change. It could be one, or it could be the other one. Either one, or another.
I don't mind a budge. Well, it happens with that there, Clover. You definitely get over things along the way.
Well, Jason Tatum's looking good right now. After that, the Knicks, Jalen Brunson's hurt. I think we'll see an update about it shortly.
Yeah, we'll find out if he's okay or not. So, we'll have to see what he goes with, David Aldridge. All right, let's get back to Kevin Ireland. Back to you.
Robinson's shaping for the Knicks. Miles McBride comes in for Cameron Payne. Here's Pritchard, defended by McBride. Passes it to Hauser. Six to shoot. Pritchard. And the 3 off target. Knicks trail by 6. And here is Anunoby. Robinson kicks to Anunoby. Horford with the rebound.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Pritchard. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Poke loose. And out of bounds. Celtics game.
Celtics ball. Now it's changing for the Celtics. Luke Cornett, number 40.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. Just 4 points, that's all they've given up here in the second half. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his final.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. 6-point game. Pass to Achua. New York moving it around. Robinson left side. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Anunoby. Now McBride. It's deflected. Outside Holiday. Trying to end the drought. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Back to McBride. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Lays it up.
Mitchell Robinson.
That's exactly
Well, 6. Miles McBride.
Austin leading by 4. Here's Pritchard. And the pass to Hauser. 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Cornette. 4 on the clock. The layup off target. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Bridges. They grab their own miss. The putback.
Mitchell Robinson.
Another second chance points.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Passes to Hauser. Pass to Cornette. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. For the lead. And that would have...
That's the end of the third quarter. Your Boston Celtics 40 and the New York Knicks 38.
Lead by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
It's time to get up and make some noise. It's the fourth quarter. Get up, everyone.
The guards are Pritchard and White. And the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. Rebounded by Hart. New York trailing. To tie it up. And it's good.
Josh Hart.
Hart's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for New York. Takes the 13-footer. White. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know, this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Now, here's Bridges. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Towns against White. Outside Tatum. It's White on the wing. Now the pass to Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Defended by McBride.
Yeah, White for 3.
Don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Pass to Towns. Just over a minute and a half play here in the fourth. Nice D from Porzingis. Celtics leading by 5. Brown deciding where to go with it. Tatum against Robinson. Tatum passes the ball. And it's Boston with
Pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
McBride with the ball. Comes down low. By Porzingis. Here's Bridges. And just miss after miss right now.
Rough shooting night tonight, but can't fault him.
Knicks guy, Miguel Bridges. First whistle, first season foul.
Here, guys, the scoring breakdown.
The line for the Celtics.
They've been absolutely
Derek
on fire.
White. Out of line
Until
for
the defense
2.
offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. They're having no problem finding shots in that area.
That one is off. So for the Knicks, OG Anunoby comes in for Mitchell Robinson.
Checking in for New York, number 8.
Miles McBride.
OG Anunoby. Yeah, number 3. Your line right.
He hits the second from the line. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Bridges. Rebounded by the Celtics. And that one
New York foul.
gets the whistle.
The line right. First personal foul. Second team foul.
At
The line for the Celtics.
Peyton Pritchard.
At the line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Landry Shamit's checked in for the Knicks.
Substitutional for the Knicks, number 44. Lance Shevin.
And good on the second, so Knicks and both.
Timeout, New York Knicks.
He has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
Well, I guess that's what's never going to happen that way. I thought that the Knicks would be able to try to finish it, but without Jalen Brunson, this is going to be very hard to get through it. Well, I don't know if it will, but it seemed like it's going to make it step out again. We'll step aside here and we'll get ready to finish off the fourth quarter. 50-40, Knicks trail by 10. See, told you so. Back down to by 10 with only 5:17 remaining. Let's see what's going on with the New York Knicks if they're getting back in.
And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked to the team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Out to Bridges. Pass to Shamit. Rocket 6. To end the run. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got rebound number 7 from him tonight. A shot by Pritchard, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks, trailing by 10. Trying to get over.
Celtics foul.
He could not get there.
Jalen Brown.
Out of contact. And he'll
First personal foul.
That's on Jalen
First team
Brown.
foul. The line for New York. OG Anunoby. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The Knicks making a switch here.
Checking in for the New York Knicks. Back on court, number 1. Cameron Payne.
All free throws good from Anunoby. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. The pass to White. Back to Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. On the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. Hart finds Payne. The Hart. A rebound by the Celtics. It's White on the wing. Here's Brown. And they call a foul.
Jalen Brown!
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
At
On the line, Jaylen Brown. One shot.
One shot.
Free throw good from Brown.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Now here's Payne. He kicks to Bridges. Towns wide open.
Carl Anthony Towns for three.
So many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Bridges against White.
New York foul. Miguel Bridges. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for Celtics, Derek White. Two shots.
First one falls for. Celtics making a switch here.
Checking back on the court for the Celtics, number 4, Drew Holiday.
And both free throws good for White. Knicks trail by 10. Passes it to Bridges. Back to Payne. No good that time. Holiday with the defensive effort. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Outside Tatum. Outside White. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Oh boy.
Celtics foul. Kristaps Porzingis. His second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for New York, OG Anunoby. Two shots.
Down the first one.
OG Anunoby's kind of like credit. I may have said this before, and you guys know that. He's really been doing so hard. The work off is playing everything. He has to play better at it, and now he's doing it. And he wants to see if he can definitely get more points in to close it out.
All free throws good from Anunoby. Boston leading by 8. Outside, White. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bridges passes to Payne. Here's Towns. And it's
Karl Anthony Towns.
Points in the quarter.
And we just saw Cat at his best, pounding the paint, finishing near the rim.
Pass to Brown. That's it. Go with the 3. It's rebounded by New York. There's the pass to Bridges.
2 minutes remaining in regulation. 2 minutes.
Guarded by Holiday. There's Towns. Nice beat from Porzingis.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
And here's Bridges. They'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 6-point game. To the middle. And Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns.
assist on
Cameron Hay.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting a chance to come up big for his team. And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
Now Brown.
Out of bounds. New York ball.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. .105 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Towns. He shoots again. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Brown with the bounce pass.
With the whole team.
Time out.
He is
New
able
York.
to come through.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 44 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Man, I thought this close game could have been New York Knicks, but they just couldn't keep things going.
Well, they must have got shut down here in the first game. That's what happened. I just gotta tell you now, they definitely did so well with the great defense. It's really well perfect. I love seeing this game. You know how it happens here, guys? It makes it special on my occasion.
Well, it does, Clever, and I know that you might be the lucky team to like be looking for it. I might be happy enough to make it in.
I know. This would have been just a day, but it has to be. Just play for anything. That's the right game.
And for our next game, as we'll keep your eyes on the coverage here, the next game is the Warriors facing against the Timberwolves. It's my broadcast partner, my voice, Son of Beast. He's also along with Terry Crews, and the third commentator of the crew will be Boomer, as all three of them will be here, and Ali LaForce will be joining us for the sideline. That'll be later tonight on the other side, coming up in just a bit. But now it's time for a New Balance player of the game. Kevin, who do you have with us for game one?
Our New Balance player of the game, Derek White.
And to me, the best part of the game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Everybody stand low and get flat.
Bridges against White. Bridges hits to Hart. Anunoby passes to Bridges.
Carl Anthony Towns.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down
New York foul, Josh Hart.
His second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line, Jason Tatum. Line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
And looking at Tatum's game, he really doesn't have a weakness. He can give it to you in a variety of ways.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build his lead.
Time call.
Final timeout on New York Knicks.
They're down by 6. 29 seconds left in the fourth.
Looks like they're going to have to try to regroup things up here. If the New York Knicks don't have the right timing, and that's it. The first game will be ours for the Boston Celtics. And that might be your lucky day.
Well, my lucky night, I'll say that. Well, it's going to be just a just play it for some real. I mean, you're never going to like this game. But hey, it's all you have to do. You just have to have fun. It's simply what happens in the game during your lifetime for this season. It just really happens.
And just a matter of fact right now, Boston Celtics are one of the better teams to be playing for, and they are always bleed green. The wildest in Boston, Massachusetts. Who's a big fan now?
Well, I know that Son of Beast is a huge fan of the Boston Celtics. I might say this. I'm with his team, and we all root for together. But for Pittsburgh games on the other side, he's more like a Mets fan. It may not be just like he does for.
Well, it's no way you have to do for it. You gotta try to go for your team you want to be. Boston Celtics? Definitely. Exactly. Under 30 seconds, there is one more time to get approved. Alright, let's get back into this one. Our team down by 6. Let's see if it can close it up.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Looking to get back on track here. Bridges misses.
He just doesn't look like himself.
Knicks fouls. Going Bay.
Yeah, and sometimes
His first personal foul. 16
the best
foul.
thing for him is to just slow it down.
At the line,
concentrate on solid
Celtics.
shot
Jason
selection.
Tatum. At the line for 2 shots.
He drops the first one and makes it a 7-point lead.
Final substitution for both teams.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. A 3. Robinson kicks to Achua. It's up a 3. McBride's shot is on.
And this is what you like about his perimeter team. Never gave up and challenged the defense.
And that's the ball game. Your final score, Boston Celtics 61 and the New York Knicks 53.
Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
The first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys did a great job contesting shots and disrupting their offense. What did you like best about the defensive effort tonight?
I think from the beginning of the game, we just started off aggressive. We were connected defensively, and that's why we were able to stop them.
You got it done when it counted, Christoph. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. With the first game of the second round complete, the Boston Celtics start lighting it up here in the second round as they win their first game at home against the New York Knicks. It's a big lucky day here, Clover. You got the first win of the night.
Oh, of course. There's only 2 more left, and then they'll be heading on to the Eastern Conference Finals. I really wanted to see them, so we'll see how they can do. Second time in a game, it'll be nice, and you know it.
Here's how you did with the total statistics. It was 32% for the field goals for the Boston Celtics with 31 three-pointers. That was just right away with 92 free throws and 12 fast break points for the Boston Celtics. 36 points in the paint for the New York Knicks. Both teams have 6 second chance points. 10 bench points for New York Knicks. 12 assists here with 15 offensive rebounds for the New York Knicks. Both teams have 40 defensive rebounds. 3 steals for Boston Celtics, 3 blocks for New York Knicks, 4 turnovers, 2 points off, both teams even, 16 fouls was Boston, 4 dunks was both even. Then it was 11 biggest lead for the Boston Celtics, and 16-34 was a time possession for the Boston Celtics. They weren't sure that they were going to finish it off that quickly. Well, it takes it all time, effort, and it just happens with quickly and get the game to your status. It just doesn't help it at all. Alright, let's get this thing down here. Wood Spoony, all yours for the 3-star players of the game. Thank you, mate. For the 3rd star player of the game, as we're starting it off down here,
But the first thing would happen to Jalen Brunson, he had sprained his right knee, and he was unable to finish the quarter scare. So that's how bad it gets, the worst pain in the injury. So he finishes off with the game, and with the medical room, it was too hard for him to try to let go. He'll be missed out, and hopefully he'll have to get right back into this. If he's alright, that he can play for game number 2. Now for third star player of the game, as we will get this thing started off today. We got a great one here. As we notice, we start with OG Anunoby with the finishing with 13 points, 5 rebounds, with only 3 out of 11 field goals, just 1 3-pointer, 6 out of 6 free throws, turned out excellent, and 13 performance effort with only 1 dunk. It was really how he does, handling his own pressure, it does happen. Then the second star player of the game, Jason Tatum, with 13 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist and a steal, 4 out of 13 field goals, and 1 3-pointer out of 5. 16 performance effort with 1 dunk. That was a little hard to make the reception out of it, but this really happens with the 0 gets its name from the process to finish off. And your first star, the New Balance player of the game, is Derek White. He received 19 points with 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 6 out of 15 field goals, and 2 out of 3 3-pointers. 5 out of 6 free throws, 28 performance, and 1 dunk. I see that Derek White's definitely keeping up the prize afterward. Let's let it go. With that being said, that will end the first part of the game of the second round for the first game of the Celtics against the Knicks. If you're joining us for the next game, for the Warriors against the Timberwolves, we got your next game underway for you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you shortly. And Clover, thank you for coming in for our first part of a special guest. You may return where you come from.
Thanks, guys. It's really appreciated. And hopefully the lucky luck will keep on going. Go, Celtics, go! If you're a Celtics fan, I'll be happy to join your team.
Well, that's all what you could definitely do for Beat the Mates, Beat a Star.
That's true.
And with that being said, thank you all for tuning us in. And we'll see you next time for us a while as the NBA playoffs on 2K25 dial. With my special guest Clover, I'm Tyler Beast, and with Wood Spoony, you've been watching the first game of the NBA 2K25. We'll see you all later on the other side. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye-bye.
If you don't, somebody will.